Welcome our beloved viewer of Uganda Catholic Television, Good News for All. Thank you for loving our television. Thank you for always keeping at it. And here we come again with our program, Responsible Leadership, Responsible Citizenship. This program is always brought to you from the Justice and Peace Department of Uganda Episcopal Conference. And in the studios tonight, my name is Emmanuel Kiiza ALIBA, the Executive Secretary of the Justice and Peace Department. The last time we were here, we looked at what it means to be a leader, especially leadership in the Catholic Church. Who is the leader in the Catholic Church, especially for us, the laity, those who are not members of the clergy, those who are not priests. Who is that leader in the Catholic Church? As I promised you that today we'd look at responsible citizenship. We want to share this together, responsible citizenship. Who is a responsible citizen? This is our topic tonight. We want to share about responsible citizenship. Our beloved viewer, the world is not a stage where we keep dancing or jumping up and down. There is a reason why we exist. So, someone must always be conscious of the reason for his or her existence. Someone has always to ask himself or herself, but why did God put me on this planet, on this earth? I was not there some years back. Before you were born, you were not there. And after you die, you will not be there. But right now, you are there. Right now, I am here. 70 years ago, I was not present because I'm only 53 years old. So 70 years, I was not there. And possibly, in another 70 years, I will not be present. But then, why am I here now? There should be a purpose for me to be here, for me to live, for me to be created. Why did God create another? But instead he created me. And why did he create me a human being? He would have created me as a pig or as a goat. But he created me as a human being. And my parents gave me the names Emmanuel, Kiiza, ALIBA. So when you call ALIBA, I will respond. So I am present. I am available. Now, there is a reason why we exist on the earth. And the responsible citizen always is conscious of his or her existence on the earth. You are conscious that I am here for a purpose. I'm not here just for that God just dropped me on earth and that is all. No, I am here for a purpose. So how I wish each one of you, our beloved viewer, you constantly reflect on why you exist on this planet. Why did God create you? You were not there, now you are here, in the future you will not be there. But during that time when you are on earth, what is your purpose in life? This is a responsible citizenship. That is the beginning of our thought about responsible citizenship. To be conscious of your existence, that you are here for a purpose. Once you begin thinking like that, then you realize that there are very many things that you ought to do for yourself, for your family, for the society, and for your country. You are a citizen of this country, a beautiful country called Uganda. I am a citizen of Uganda. But that citizenship adds a responsibility towards my nation. I have a responsibility towards this country. I have to participate in the affairs of this country. If it is time for elections, I will be one of the first on the line to elect the leader who is going to take charge of my earthly affairs. So a responsible citizen is that one who participates in the affairs of society. If it is cleaning of the city, for example, I come from Hoima, our mayor decided that every Saturday at the beginning of the month, we go to clean our city, the Hoima city. Whenever I'm in Hoima, I'm one of the first to go and clean our city. Why? It is our city. That is where I stay. That is where I live. So we need a clean environment. Mayor has said we go and clean. We go and clean the city. This is being a responsible citizen. Nobody tells me, pushes me from my home or from my bed to go and clean. No. I know it is part of my responsibility. It is part. And the environment where we are living, I don't keep myself aloof. I look at the environment so that we clean the environment where we are living. You know, sometimes you enter into someone's home and the whole home is disorganized. The cup is in the saucepan is in the basin is in the drum. There's a whole, you know, the Baganda here say katogo, the whole katogo. No. A responsible citizen is that who takes care of the environment where you are. You try to live in a clean environment, right from your bedroom to the corridor, to the sitting room, then outside the courtyard. How does the courtyard look like? How does it look like? You know, when somebody enters into your premises, one should be able to say, they are responsible citizens here. They are responsible people living in this place. That is responsible citizenship. You live in a clean and good environment. You know? And this does not have age. Said, I am too old to live a responsible life, or I'm too young to live a responsible life. No. Each one shares in your capacity, in your, you know, wherever you are. Sometimes you are driving and someone drinks the water from a taxi or from a bus. You see someone throwing out of the window a plastic bottle. One has taken the water, finished, throwing it through the window. One time it almost hit us because we were overtaking and somebody threw. You know, this is irresponsibility. Can't I keep my small bottle? When I come out, I look for where the garbage is. I put it in the garbage or in the litter bin somewhere. Sometimes you find these polythene bags littered everywhere. Polythene bags. Can't we have some time to pick them, and put them in the litter bin, in our compounds, in our homes, in the buses. Some buses, like Link bus, there is a litter bin in the bus. So why do I throw the polythene bag or the empty bottle through the window when there is a litter bin there? You know? Fellow citizens, fellow leaders, fellow countrymen, we have to live a responsible life. We must be responsible. This is all about, this program is all about responsible citizenship, responsible leaders. And we are lacking responsible citizens. We are lacking them. The world is lacking them. Society is lacking them. Responsible citizens. In the political language, they call them patriots. Someone who is a patriotic, who is, you know, loves his nation, loves her nation, loves his society. No. I always thank God for having made me a Ugandan and having put me in such a wonderful country called Uganda. If you want to know how beautiful Uganda is, just move around. Have some time and move around. Don't remain in one place. If you get some free time, move around. If you're in Karamoja, get some time and move to Kisoro, down in Kabale. You move there. You'll see how beautiful this country is. If you live in Kampala here, get some time, at least once in a year. Come to Bunyoro. You know, see the beauty of our country. See what I'm talking about. You know, people move all the way from United Kingdom, all the way from America, all the way from other countries. They come to enjoy the beauty of Uganda. And we, Ugandans, are not enjoying the beauty of our own country. I was very happy. A few months back, I've been in India. So we drove all the way from Pune. We started from Mumbai, went to Pune, and we went down to Goa. And at Goa, there is a beach at the ocean. But I found at the beach there, when we were enjoying, there were more Indians enjoying the beauty of their country than us foreigners who had gone there. The Indians are enjoying the beauty of their country. So at Goa, I saw it myself. Then somewhere, there are hotels in India where foreigners cannot sleep because those are made for Indians. They are citizens. So there are hotels where you cannot be admitted. You know, Indians are enjoying their country, the beauty of their country. And this is what we have to do. We have to enjoy the beauty of our country. And indeed, we have a very beautiful country. I've moved in a number of countries, Switzerland, Germany, but Uganda is incomparable. Incomparable. Very beautiful. You know? So this love for our country will force us, will compel us to do a number of things guarding against the beauty of our country, the love for our country. This is what I would like to create in you, our viewer, our beloved viewer, that we have to love this country. We have to love our country. We have to take good care of it. God gave it to us. It is in our hands. You know. The Holy Father wrote to us an encyclical, Laudato Si, that this is our common home. The earth is our common home. We are sharing this earth. So we have to take good care of it. We have to be passionate about it. We have to be passionate about our country. You know, I see the young men in the city here. It used to happen now. I thank God that it's not happening anymore. Because of any disagreement, you see a young man burning a road. You are burning the road, the tires on the road. You are destroying the road. And it is, you destroy the road that you are going to pass tomorrow. You are going to pass through this same road which you are burning. If you are a border guy, you burn a road and cause a hole that will hit you tomorrow as you are riding the bicycle, your motorbike. You burn the tarmac, you create a hole in that tarmac, and tomorrow you ride and you hit your motorcycle. You know, this is irresponsibility. Why should I disagree with someone and I burn the road? Why? If I may say, the road is there, it is innocent. It has not said any word against you. It has not annoyed you. But you are burning the road. Excuse me. You are burning the road. If I have to use the word, you are burning an innocent road. It's there. And you fail even to put into account how much money was spent in making this road. If the road is supposed to take us for 20 years, then you burn it, you cause holes, then it will take us less than the planned time. It will take us possibly 8 years instead of 20. So the money that would have been allocated in other sectors, it is ended up bringing here to mend the hole, which we created ourselves. You know, it's like piercing your own foot. You know you need this foot to walk, but then you pierce the foot. So, dear viewers of Uganda Catholic Television, Good News for All, I'd like to encourage every one of us to be conscious of our actions at all times and to think of the future generation. As we are working, as we are on this planet, we think of the future generation. I always tell my children, I said, my children, the best gift you can give me is to be better than myself. Live a better life than myself. I tell them, I'm paying your fees. I'm taking you to good schools. Not to reward me, no. How can you reward me? There's no reward you can give me and I'm satisfied. You will not buy for me bread. I no longer eat bread. You will not buy me sugar. I no longer take sugar. So what will you give me? You will not buy me a good vehicle. There is no vehicle that I have not enjoyed. You will not build me a house. I already built one. So now, why are you rewarding me? You reward me by being better than your father, by living a better life than your father. Then there, you are rewarding me. This is what I tell my children. So thinking of the future. And once you think of the future, your actions will be different. The future of the country. The future of your place, your society. I see, I once visited one friend of mine, actually Father Fred Tusingiri. I visited his home. He's here heading the lay apostolate department. The man likes planting trees. And he has planted very many trees. I said, but Father, you are planting a tree which will not even enjoy its shade because he's slightly older than me. But he's planting a tree which is going to live much longer than himself. Even now, even when I went there, the man is planting new trees. I liked that. He's not planting these trees for himself. He's planting the trees for the future generation, for the cleanliness of our future environment. This is another way of being generous. Someone is generous. He's giving it the trees, the seedlings he's buying. He buys a seedling of a tree that he will not enjoy its shade. Like if he plants a mahogany tree today, I'm very sure he will not enjoy the shade in 80 years to come, But he's very generous. So I would like such Ugandans to be as many as possible. You be generous for the people who are living now and also for the future. Planting a tree when you are aware that you will not enjoy the beauty of that tree, but you are planting it. When you come home, aware at my ancestral home, for those who will come when we are celebrating 20 years of our marriage on the 7th of December, if you come there, you be very keen. You will see along the chain link outside there are trees which I planted when the Lions Club, which I belong to the Albertine Region Lions Club. When they came to visit me, we planted fruit trees. On that day, we planted 120 fruit trees. On that day. I like planting fruit trees. But then we put them outside the chain link. And someone was asking me, but you have put them outside. Will you enjoy the avocados? Will you enjoy those fruit trees that you are planting? Will you enjoy the fruits? I said, no, I am planting for the passers-by, for the children who will be passing by my home. I'm planting this mango tree for the children who will be passing by my home. If one enjoys the mango that I have planted for him or her, I will feel very good. So those that I would like to protect, they are within the chain link. There you need my permission to get the fruits there. But these that I've planted outside, they are for the people I don't know, the people who will live after me, so that they keep enjoying the fruits, and in that they will remember that one time a generous man stayed in this village. A generous person planted for us some mangoes. To be generous to everyone, Dear viewer, responsible citizenship is key in the development of this country. If we have to develop our country together, we need to be responsible citizens. People who are always conscious of our country now, and we are conscious of the future of our country. Let us be generous so that the young people who will be there after we have left will enjoy the generosity of our actions. Thank you for loving Uganda Catholic Television, Good News for All. Now we shall go in for a short break and we come back in the second part of our program. Welcome back from that short break, and thank you for loving a Catholic television. Good news for all. Thank you for being part of our program, Responsible Citizenship, Responsible Leadership. We are here to help each other to be responsible citizens. We are sharing about being a responsible citizen. And a responsible citizen is that person who is always available for others. Being available for others. Being generous with your time for others. We don't need to create a lot of walls around us. You know, creating a fence around you, creating a wall around you. You know, there are people, before entering the office, you first practice your words. These are the words I'm going to talk with him or her. You practice before entering. That means somebody has created a fence around himself or herself. Because if I have to make practice on the words I'm going to use when I'm meeting, you know, why don't we give people freedom? Someone comes, gets a warm greeting from the officer, you know. I've seen it. It's mainly with our junior staff. The junior staff, you make people's lives very complicated. You know, I want to see the permanent secretary. But the way the secretary of the permanent secretary is mistreating me, it's as if I'm seeing the permanent secretary himself. You secretaries, be generous. Be free, be welcoming, so that whoever enters into that office may feel, yes, I met a good person. I met a responsible citizen. But what, you know, the way you welcome. You know, I entered in an office. You know, I like wearing free attire. I remember chatting with my friend Balaam. Balaam used it to enjoy his free attire, his brown t-shirt. But when he was made the minister, I cracked a joke with him. I said, now, how will you be free when you are minister? He said, my elder, I will cross the bridge when I reach it. So now I see him clad in suits. But he's a very free, you know, he used to be very free with his t-shirt and so on. You know, free environment, free person. So I like you also being free. So I entered into one office and I greeted the lady who was there. Good afternoon, madam. How are you? That's the response she gave me. Good afternoon, madam. How are you? How I wish she had known the person who was greeting her. I almost introduced myself. I said, you are greeting the former Prime Minister of Bunyoro Chitara Kingdom. So that he may know that however much I am free, there is a big constituency that respects me, the other side. Good afternoon, madam. How are you? Oh my God. Responsible citizen. You see me with my gray hair? You are a young girl. I'm fit to be your father. Good afternoon, madam. I have put even a madam. Imagine you are my daughter, but I have put a madam. Good afternoon, madam. How are you? Not even saying, how are you, sir? How are you? So, because I had an appointment with her superior. So I went there, and the superior is my friend. So we greeted each other and so on. Then I said, my superior, my brother, I would like your secretary to come over. So she came over and said, sir, my daughter here needs to make your office more conducive. So when I greeted her, good afternoon, madam, she responded, how are you? Now, madam, can you respond the way you are supposed to respond when I greet you? Good afternoon, madam. By good luck, she apologized. He said, I'm sorry, I will never do it again. I was very happy when she said, I'm sorry, I will never do it again. But sometimes we punish in that way. So the person who is coming before you, be very generous to him or her. You never know. In the Bible says you never know. You may be greeting an angel you don't know. So assuming the angel has brought good news to your office, and that angel says, good afternoon, how are you? You may miss the blessings of the angel. So let's be generous with our time. Let us be generous in our behavior. It doesn't matter how many books you have read. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are or how handsome you are. No. Be generous with your time. This is responsible citizenship. To be there for others. When it comes to voluntary work, why should you always go for where there is money? In terms of work, you want to go where there is money always. Can't you be a volunteer once in a while? You are being selected to voluntarily give your services. Can't you be a volunteer? You go where you will not be paid. You know, I told you I'm the chairman of Hoima Public Library. But Hoima Public Library, there is no payment. Will the books pay me? No payment, but I'm the chairman of the task force. You know, and we make sure that this library is serving the people. Be generous with your time. Voluntarily, volunteer. You know? Responsible citizenship. Yesterday I was in the bank, in the Centenary Bank here. I saw someone coming and was older than me. I had a seat and I stood up. I said, sir, you take this seat. He said, oh, thank you so much. Yesterday, in Centenary Bank, I saw he was elderly. He was older than me. I could see, I could tell. So why should I allow someone older than me to stand when I'm much younger? I stand, and then the elder takes a seat. Responsible citizenship. Respect for the elders. Yes. Respect for the elders. On this earth, what I have seen, the few years I've stayed on this planet, the issue of respect is very key. And it is spoiling many of our young generation. Respecting the elders. Respecting everyone. You know, where I stay, there are small houses around me, and those people have got children. But when the children see my car, I see them jumping up and down with joy, and they are shouting, Jaja, Jaja, Jaja. Now, sometimes my driver is usually surprised. Sometimes I'm not in the car. When the driver has come to pick me, I'm not in the car, but the children are jumping, Jaja, but I'm not in the car. They have seen the car of their Jaja. Respect. Why? When I am not in a hurry, like my 10 minutes, I come out of my car and I greet my young ones. Because I pass there every day. I greet them. Yes. Sometimes I think of them when I'm going home. So I buy some few gifts. I stop and give to each child a gift. You know, a biscuit or something, you know, and they are so happy. But I've not spent that much. Possibly 5,000 or 10,000. You know, I spent 10,000 and buy small things for my children, and they are so happy. So they call me Jaja, 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 you know. Respect. Not only the elders, but the respect for each other. We can mean to live a good life. We can mean to live in a good environment if only we pay attention to each other. The Baganda here say, Sagara kumanya. The spirit of Sagara kumanya. You know, you come, you open your door, you close yourself in, you don't know how the neighbors, you know, neighbor, how have you been? How was your day like? But you are Sagara kumanya. Responsible citizenship. We have to be generous with each other. We have sought to be welcoming to each other. Responsible citizenship. The other thing for my young people, especially the young generation, the issue of being honest. Honesty. Honesty. To be trusted. You know, the issue of being trusted. I have suffered myself because in most cases I am here. I'm in Kampala, but the few things I am doing at home here and there to help out the village there, you leave it in the hands of some people, but sometimes they are not honest. Some of my young ones say, but look at this one. You know, to which an extent of locking my, you know, my office when I'm going away. But why should I lock my office, surely? Why should I lock my room? Because I'm surrounded by people who are not honest. They are not honest. The issue of being trusted. That when we trust this person with this responsibility. I have a young boy there. The boy is trusted. You give him the assignment, he will do it to his best. He will consult you where he not, you know, and he will give you a report. You will see results. But there are those who are really young and trusted, who are honest. You can't be a responsible citizen when you cannot be trusted. I must trust you. And trust me, you will never be trusted unless you prove that you can be trusted. I send you to buy something for me in the shops. I know the prices very well, but you say, you know, this thing, I bought it expensively. When actually money exchanged hands, you removed some money here and put it here for yourself. What is that? Why don't you take back the money? Because it's not yours. I call it serving with clean hands. Wherever you are, serve with clean hands. It is possible. It is possible to serve society with clean hands. Once you are trusted, You serve society with clean hands. Why should I steal this little money here? You know, why should I steal? So, trust. And also, if you are a leader, build a team of trusted men and women who will help you to work, the trusted community. Once you are not living in an environment where there is trust, it's very difficult to work. So create that environment where you trust each other. You know, trust. And because of trust, people are confident to work with you. And you will see wherever you go, if once you prove to be trusted, you know, people say the sky is the limit. For me, I say no. When I went to Australia, I moved a little bit above the sky that we see. So the sky is not the limit. For me, I went above the limit. So where I have not yet reached is heaven. So I say heaven is the limit. Because some of us have gone beyond the sky a little bit. So the heavens are the limit, not the sky. Once you prove to be trusted, the heavens are the limit. People will entrust you with responsibilities. People will entrust you, you know. Once you are trusted, you will be entrusted with a lot of things. So young men and women who are viewing Uganda Catholic television, I would like you to develop that culture of being a trusted person. Very many people would like to associate with someone who is trusted. You know, and trust is built slowly. You know, you are true to yourself. You are fair to others. You know, you are living a free life. So, fellow viewers, and especially the parents, let's raise our children with that behavior of being trusted. Our children have to learn to be trusted, because it is what is lacking in our society. When you see talk of corruption, it's because you are not trusted. You know, corruption. You know, a greed for money. Greed for money. Your greed. You talk of nepotism. Someone only thinks of his or her siblings and so on. Doesn't know that the world is bigger. The world has more people than the few members surrounding you, you know. So that environment of trust, let's raise our children in an environment of trust so that they can be trusted in the future. We are able to do this. Uganda can be better. Our country can be better. But if we have responsible citizens, this country will be a very good place for us to live in. Our workplaces, you know, they will all be very good places for us to enjoy the fruits of labor. You go and work in a trusted environment. I've seen some people say now they no longer keep the bottles, and you know, if you cannot leave your bottle of water in the dining room and then you go back and take it, and when you are in an environment, you know things are not good. You know, you are not trusting the environment where you are. I think if I lived in such an environment, I would be the first to die. Because I will trust each one of you until you prove that you cannot be trusted. Then I will stop trusting. But I will trust each person until you prove, and you will struggle to prove that you cannot be trusted. And there are many people I have seen who have struggled really to prove to me that they can't be trusted. You know. So, fellow viewers, we need responsible citizens. People who are generous. People who are there for others. And people who are conscious of the environment where you are. Would like to make Uganda a better place for everyone to live. And it is us to create this environment. There's no other person apart from us. And we can choose. It's not an accident. We choose to do it. And we can choose. In the workplaces, you can choose to do it. At home, you can choose to do it. Let us boldly make that choice to improve the places where we belong. Being generous to each other, no? Empathetic. Then, when we talk of responsible citizenship, there is something that has cropped into our political area. We are overburdening the politicians that we choose. The electorates, those who, the citizens, are burdening our politicians. They don't have life. They are not enjoying their life. That's why some of them prefer staying out of their constituencies. You know? You say, now we are waiting. Isn't it next year? Yeah, for campaigns. As we talk now, many of our politicians are saving. Saving for what? For campaigns. But why should we make campaigns very expensive? Why? Why do I vote for money? Someone has to give me money, then I vote. Someone has to reward me, then I vote. This is being irresponsible citizen. If I am to vote, I vote from my heart. Someone has to convince my heart that this person will do a good job. You know, this person will represent us very well. I go in. But now there is politics of money. Politics of money. You either have money or... So some of you, even if I would not be a former Prime Minister of Bunyoro, I would never stand to be elected. Because what? I don't have all that money to give. Even if I have it, it belongs to others. It is for other people. I cannot buy anybody to vote for me. I can't. Salt, I can be generous to give you salt, but not in return of a vote. No. No. That's being an irresponsible citizen. Those who are being bought and those who are buying, you are both the same. Like, we can mean to turn this country into a better place if we chose to do it. I don't say others are not doing it. You know, there are some who are really good and genuine. Those are the people our society would like to have. So, voting for money and campaigning using money, these things must stop in our country. Let us look at the qualities of a good leader, and we get good leaders. Yes. Because if you get the wrong leader in our society, you know, it is us to suffer the consequences. It's us. Yes. So as the campaigns are now looming, you know, as we go in, let us be responsible citizens. Those who will stand for elections, be responsible citizens first. then you can be a responsible leader. Once you become a responsible citizen, automatically you become a responsible leader. So the issue of money in campaigns, money in elections, money should facilitate the process. Yes, if someone is going to be there to stand to make sure that the votes are counted well, that one you give money because we need a bottle of water and so on. But then this salt that goes through the night, that some bars of soap are moving at night, the night before elections. No, that is being an irresponsible citizen. We can reduce on that. And I am very confident we are able to reduce on that. So fellow viewers, this is the entire program of responsible citizenship, responsible leadership. As I told you, our country is beautiful. We can make it much better. We can make the environment much better if we chose to be responsible citizens. This country needs responsible citizens. And once we get responsible citizens, the affairs of this country will change. The affairs of this country will change. People who can be trusted, people who are there for others, who are generous, people who are upright. People who are upright. You know, you see our society changing. So let us all work together to make our country a better place to live in. Not only us, but also we think of the generation that will come after us. Our fellow lovers of Uganda Catholic Television and the viewers of this program, thank you for loving this television. Let's continue watching. Let's continue being hooked on this television because it is good news for all. And wherever you have some support, please support this television. This is our instrument. This is how we interact with each other. So let us support Uganda Catholic Television, good news for all. Thank you for viewing and loving this program, and we meet again next Wednesday.